Hello everyone, this is Carla de la Rosa-King, immigration attorney, and today I want to talk to you briefly about VAWA applications. However, this video is going to be limited to the VAWA applications that can be filed by spouses of U.S. citizens or lawful permanent residents. So what are the general requirements to qualify under a VAWA application? So number one is that you are married to a U.S. citizen or a lawful permanent resident. Also, if you are no longer married, you need to file this application within 2 years of the date of the divorce. Number two is that you are living or you lived in the past with this U.S. citizen spouse or lawful permanent resident spouse. And number three is that you have been abused or battered by this U.S. citizen spouse or lawful permanent resident. So it's important for you to remember that the abuse doesn't only have to be physical. Remember that there are other types of abuse. We have emotional abuse as well and financial abuse. So examples of this type of abuse we have is, for example, you have a very jealous spouse, a spouse that wants to control you all the time, a spouse that wants to go over your phone. They demand that you give them your password, your phone password, so they can go over your phone, they can go over all your messages, all your calling history, your browsing history. If you have a spouse that is, if you are not home, that is constantly calling you because they want to know where you are at every single hour of the day, or a spouse that, for example, threatens you to call immigration on you because you are undocumented, or a spouse that have filed an application on your behalf before, but simply decide that they just don't want to continue with the application. Also, if you have a spouse that insults you on a regular basis in private or in public, or that keeps calling you names, those are types of abuse that can also be the basis for VAWA. Also, for example, if you work, or even if you don't work, you don't have access to the family finances, you don't have access to money not to even buy your personal necessities. Or, for example, even if you work and when you get paid, you have to give your paycheck to your spouse so he can decide how that money is used and you have no say on the matter. That also is a type of abuse that can be used as the basis for the VAWA application. A few things that I want you to keep in mind and that are important for you to remember is that the VAWA application is not only for women. VAWA applications can also be filed by men or by a person in a same-sex relationship. Also, you don't need a police report. If you don't have a police report, you still can qualify under VAWA. Also, if you are terrified of your spouse because you are still living with that spouse, when you are filing your VAWA application, you don't have to write your address. You could provide our address, or you could provide the address of someone, a safe address, someone that will be able to receive your mail and that will let you know any communication from immigration. Also, it's very important for you to know that if you file a VAWA application, you are the one who controls your application. Your spouse do not control your application. Immigration is not going to call your spouse to ask any questions. So you are the one who are going to be in control of your application. With the VAWA application, one of the great benefits is that you will be able to obtain an employment authorization card. And at the end, you should be able to obtain your lawful permanent resident card or your green card. So if you are in this situation and you want to talk to me about whether you qualify for VAWA or not, please feel free to call us at 773-366-1214 and schedule a consultation with us so we can discuss the situation with you. Thank you.